12 proven tips to eliminate hemorrhoids once and for all. Today, I'm here to share with you a detailed guide on how to effectively manage hemorrhoids without resorting to surgery. Additionally, I'll provide 12 practical tips that can be implemented without the need to consult doctors, undergo complicated tests, or rely on medications. Whether you're dealing with hemorrhoids, anal fissures, or simply interested in preventing these issues, this guide has been specially crafted to assist you. Leave a comment below sharing your experiences and where you're tuning in from. I myself face this condition and will explain why I believe I'm dealing with it. Hemorrhoids are essentially veins located in the anal region that can become problematic when they undergo changes. In everyday language, we use the term hemorrhoid to refer to the condition known as hemorrhoidal disease. It's important to understand that everyone has hemorrhoids, but not everyone develops hemorrhoidal disease. When we say hemorrhoid, we are referring to hemorrhoidal disease for ease of communication. In hemorrhoidal disease, the veins become inflamed and swollen. Causes include constipation, obesity, sedentary lifestyle, and a diet low in fiber and fluids. These factors increase the risk of developing the condition. If you suffer from constipation, are overweight, don't exercise regularly, consume few fruits, vegetables, or beans, or drink little fluid, it's important to be aware of the increased risk of developing hemorrhoids. Let's work together to reach our goal of 3,000 likes today, because each like helps spread this video and can assist someone in treating hemorrhoids naturally without them knowing. Please also share this video, as sharing health is an act of love towards others. Let's better understand the signs and symptoms of hemorrhoidal disease. These symptoms arise due to dilation and inflammation of blood vessels in the anal region. One of the main symptoms is itching, known as anal pruritus, which can be quite uncomfortable. Additionally, there may be bleeding during or after bowel movements, and often the blood is bright red. Although hemorrhoidal disease is usually not painful, there may be mild discomfort during or shortly after bowel movements. It's important to differentiate hemorrhoidal disease from anal fissure, which is another common condition. In anal fissure, there is intense pain during bowel movements, but bleeding is minimal. In contrast, hemorrhoidal disease can involve more significant bleeding, but the pain is usually mild. Another common symptom of hemorrhoidal disease is the presence of a noticeable lump around the anus. This lump can be felt to the touch and is caused by enlarged veins. Additionally, some people report a sensation of something protruding from the anal canal during bowel movements, which may spontaneously return or require manual pushing back. If you're experiencing symptoms such as anal itching, bleeding during or after bowel movements, a feeling of lumpiness around the anus, or any similar discomfort, it's essential to seek medical guidance. These signs may indicate conditions like hemorrhoids or anal fissures, which are common but could also be symptoms of more serious conditions like colorectal cancer, especially if you're over 50 years old. Colonoscopy is a recommended test for early detection of colorectal cancer and other conditions. This procedure allows the doctor to examine the inside of the colon for polyps, lesions, or signs of cancer. It's an effective method for prevention and early diagnosis. Sharing information about the importance of colonoscopy can help raise awareness about preventing serious diseases. If possible, share this video or message in your WhatsApp groups or social networks. Each informed person can make a difference in someone's health. Also, liking this video helps increase its visibility, reaching more people who can benefit from this information. Our goal is to reach 500 likes on this video to reach more people. I count on your help to spread this important message and contribute to greater awareness about intestinal health. There are 4 types of hemorrhoids, corresponding to different grades of hemorrhoidal disease. In grade 1, hemorrhoids are internal with no prolapse or externalization. In grade 2, there's prolapse of hemorrhoids during bowel movements, but they spontaneously return inside the anus. In grade 3, hemorrhoids also protrude during bowel movements but require manual assistance to return to their place. Grade 4 hemorrhoids remain permanently exposed and do not retract even with manual assistance. Treatment for hemorrhoidal disease varies according to the grade and severity of the condition. It's important to consult a doctor to determine the best course of treatment, which may include dietary and lifestyle changes, medical procedures, or surgery, depending on the need. Understanding the different grades of hemorrhoids aids in early identification and proper management of this common condition, which can significantly impact people's quality of life. There are 4 grades of hemorrhoidal disease, each with its own characteristics and treatment options. In grades 1 and 2, hemorrhoids can often be managed with lifestyle changes such as a high-fiber diet, increased fluid intake, and regular exercise. It's crucial to prevent progression to grades 3 and 4, where surgery is often necessary. In grades 3 and 4, hemorrhoids can become more severe, with veins protruding that do not return spontaneously or even with manual assistance. In these cases, surgery such as hemorrhoidectomy is frequently recommended to relieve symptoms. It's important to note that hemorrhoid surgery can be complex and painful post-operatively. Therefore, focusing on prevention and early treatment of hemorrhoids in the initial stages is essential. This video is ideal for those in grades 1 and 2 as it addresses effective strategies to prevent disease progression. However, it's also beneficial for those in grades 3 and 4 as it can help prevent future complications and improve quality of life. I will teach you in 12 steps how to prevent and treat hemorrhoids effectively without the need for complicated surgical procedures. One of the key tips for preventing hemorrhoids is maintaining a healthy weight. Obesity and overweight significantly increase the risk of developing hemorrhoids due to excessive pressure on the anal region. If you are overweight or obese, it's crucial to take steps to address this. In addition to reducing the risk of hemorrhoids, maintaining a healthy weight is also essential for preventing a range of other diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and even cancer, as it directly affects circulation and proper body function. Therefore, adopting healthy habits such as a balanced diet and regular exercise is important to help maintain weight control and reduce health risks. These measures not only contribute to preventing hemorrhoids, but also improve overall quality of life. The second essential tip for preventing hemorrhoids is increasing fiber intake in the diet. Fiber is crucial for maintaining healthy bowel movements. When we don't consume enough fiber, we can develop constipation, which leads to the need to strain during bowel movements. This repeated straining during bowel movements can increase the risk of developing hemorrhoidal disease. Therefore, it's crucial to include fiber-rich foods in your daily diet. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, such as beans and lentils, are excellent sources of fiber that help increase stool volume and consistency. This facilitates the bowel movement process, reduces pressure on the veins in the anus, and minimizes the risk of hemorrhoids. In addition to increasing fiber intake, it's also important to drink plenty of water to aid digestion and proper intestinal function. The third crucial tip to avoid issues like constipation and hemorrhoids is to ensure adequate water intake. When we don't drink enough water, stools can become dry and hardened, making the bowel movement process difficult. This can lead to constipation development and increase the risk of hemorrhoids. It's important to combine adequate fiber intake in the diet with sufficient water intake. Fiber helps increase stool bulk, while water keeps them soft and facilitates their passage through the intestine. The ideal amount of water to be consumed varies based on body weight. A general guideline is to multiply your weight in kilograms by 30 milliliters to determine the daily amount of water in liters. For example, a person weighing 50 kilograms should drink about 1.5 liters of water per day, while someone weighing 70 kilograms should consume about 2 liters daily. It's important to note that these recommendations are for individuals without kidney problems or other conditions that may limit water intake. Maintaining good hydration is essential not only for intestinal health, but also for the proper functioning of the entire body. Drinking enough water is a simple and effective way to prevent digestive problems and improve quality of life. The fourth crucial tip to prevent hemorrhoids is to engage in regular physical activity. Physical activity not only helps maintain a healthy weight, but also improves blood circulation and strengthens muscles, including those in the pelvic floor. This is essential for preventing hemorrhoid development as it helps reduce pressure on the veins around the anus. Regular exercise promotes better functioning of the digestive and intestinal systems. This helps avoid problems such as constipation and straining during bowel movements, factors that can lead to hemorrhoid development. Incorporating physical activities into daily routines, such as walking, running, swimming, yoga, or any other activity you enjoy, can make a significant difference in intestinal and overall health. Additionally, physical activity provides additional benefits for physical and mental well-being. I understand. Here is a straightforward and concise text about the fifth tip to prevent hemorrhoids. The fifth important tip is to not spend too much time sitting on the toilet. Many people have the habit of spending extended periods in the bathroom, reading, using their phones, or playing video games. This can increase pressure on the veins of the anus and contribute to the development of hemorrhoids. I myself have faced this issue since childhood. When I was younger, I would spend hours in the bathroom, reading magazines, or playing my favorite video game. Over time, I realized that this behavior contributed to the onset of my hemorrhoids in adulthood. Nowadays, I try to avoid spending too much time on the toilet, and it has helped a lot. Although I still have occasional episodes, I can manage the situation better. It's important to understand that prolonged sitting can impede blood flow in the anal region and increase the risk of issues like hemorrhoids. Therefore, it's advisable to limit time spent on the toilet, ensuring efficient and quick bathroom visits. This habit change can make a significant difference in preventing and managing hemorrhoids. Managing bathroom time is another step towards ensuring better intestinal health and avoiding discomfort in the future. The sixth essential tip is to avoid straining during bowel movements. Many people have the habit of straining during bowel movements, which can increase pressure on the veins of the anus and worsen hemorrhoids. It's important to understand that straining during bowel movements can cause more harm than good. If you don't feel the urge to evacuate, it's better not to force it. Get up, engage in another activity, and wait until the urge naturally appears. Sitting on the toilet for long periods without the urge can increase intra-abdominal pressure and contribute to the development of hemorrhoids. When using the bathroom, make sure to relax and let the evacuation happen naturally. Avoid excessive straining, as this can irritate hemorrhoidal veins and lead to bleeding or pain. The seventh important tip is to respect the need to evacuate and avoid holding in stools. Sometimes, we may find ourselves in situations where it's inconvenient to use the bathroom, such as when we are away from home or in public places. However, holding in stools can increase pressure on the anus and contribute to the onset of hemorrhoids. If you feel the urge to evacuate, it's crucial to address this need immediately. Ignoring or delaying bathroom use can lead to digestive and intestinal problems, as well as worsen conditions like constipation and hemorrhoids. It's understandable that some people may feel uncomfortable using bathrooms outside their home or in unfamiliar environments. However, it's important to remember that evacuating is a natural bodily function and should not be avoided. If possible, seek out a quiet and comfortable place to evacuate. The eighth important tip is to avoid staying in the same position for too long. Spending extended periods sitting, especially in an uncomfortable chair, can increase pressure on the veins around the anus and contribute to the development of hemorrhoids. If you work in an office or spend a lot of time watching TV at home, it's essential to take regular breaks to move your body. Every hour, stand up and take a short walk. At work, take the opportunity to go to the break room for coffee, chat with colleagues, or simply walk around the office. Even if you don't smoke, take a break to get some fresh air outside, if there's a designated smoking area. These small breaks help improve blood circulation, relieve pressure on the anus, and reduce the risk of hemorrhoids. In addition to taking regular breaks, it's also recommended to adjust your position during work or TV time. Try to vary between sitting, standing, or even lying down if possible. This helps distribute weight more evenly and reduces pressure on the anal veins. The ninth important tip is to avoid lifting heavy weights excessively. When you lift heavy objects, you increase pressure inside the abdomen, which can exert additional pressure on the blood vessels around the anus, known as hemorrhoidal vessels. This increase in intra-abdominal pressure can contribute to the development or worsening of hemorrhoids, especially if you are already predisposed to this issue. Therefore, it's crucial to be careful when lifting heavy objects. If you need to lift weight, remember to use proper lifting techniques, such as bending your knees and keeping your back straight. Avoid excessive straining, and if possible, ask for help with tasks that involve lifting heavy objects. Furthermore, it's important to maintain overall physical fitness through regular exercise that safely strengthens the body's muscles. This not only helps prevent injuries, but also reduces pressure on the hemorrhoidal vessels. The 10th crucial tip is to avoid foods that can make stools acidic, such as excessive alcoholic beverages, large amounts of coffee, and processed meats. These foods can irritate the intestinal lining and increase stool acidity, which can contribute to the onset or worsening of hemorrhoids. Excessive consumption of alcoholic beverages and coffee can dehydrate the body and hinder intestinal transit, resulting in drier stools that are difficult to evacuate. Additionally, processed meats like sausages and hams contain preservatives that can irritate the digestive system and increase pressure on the veins around the anus. To maintain intestinal health and prevent hemorrhoids, it's advisable to moderate the consumption of alcoholic beverages and coffee, as well as avoid excessive intake of processed meats. Prefer a diet rich in fiber, fruits, vegetables, and water to keep stools soft and facilitate intestinal transit. By making healthy and balanced food choices, you contribute to the prevention of digestive problems and overall body health. Avoiding foods that make stools acidic is another important step in reducing the risk of developing hemorrhoids and caring for intestinal well-being. The 11th important tip is to avoid excessive use of toilet paper to clean the anal region. Vigorous rubbing with paper can irritate the sensitive skin around the anus and increase the risk of developing or worsening hemorrhoids. Instead of relying solely on toilet paper, it is recommended to wash the area with warm water and mild soap after each bowel movement. Water helps to clean gently without causing friction or irritation. After washing, pat the area dry gently with a soft towel, avoiding rubbing. This practice helps maintain proper hygiene and reduces discomfort associated with hemorrhoids. Additionally, using alcohol-free wet wipes or specific products for intimate hygiene can be a gentler option for the skin. The 12th tip, which I use every day, is to use a stool to assist during bowel movements. Elevating your feet slightly while sitting on the toilet helps position your body in a way that facilitates intestinal movement. Personally, I use a stack of books to elevate my feet above ground level, creating a more favorable angle. This position helps relax the rectum and facilitates smoother and quicker passage of stools, reducing the need for straining during bowel movements. Many people find relief and comfort by adopting this simple practice. In addition to using a stool, it's important to maintain a relaxed posture and avoid excessive straining during bowel movements. Allow your body to follow its natural rhythm, which helps prevent the development of hemorrhoids and other intestinal complications. Since learning this from my friend Louise, I haven't looked back. In this video, we've seen that measures to prevent and manage hemorrhoids are entirely based on lifestyle changes. I didn't mention medications, although some may be recommended for specific cases of hemorrhoidal disease under medical guidance. Examinations may also be necessary in some cases, but you don't need a doctor to start eating better, including more fruits, vegetables, and legumes in your diet. Similarly, you don't need a doctor to start exercising, even if it's just 10 minutes of walking a day. And you also don't need a doctor to increase your daily water intake.
Discover the keys to a worm-free life and a healthy gut with our innovative ebook, Natural Deworming Protocol.
Overall health.
Dive into
If you're
a
interested
variety
in
of
learning more
effective
about dealing with
strategies
issues
and
like
insights to
intestinal
eliminate worms
which
for
can
good.
cause symptoms
This
such as
complete guide
abdominal
offers
pain,
safe deworming
diarrhea,
methods for
fatigue,
adults,
weight
children,
loss,
and pets,
nausea,
in addition to
vomiting,
using the lunar
abdominal
calendar
swelling,
to obtain
itching
better
in the anal
results,
region,
among
and
other
presence
bonuses.
of worms and stools.
Don't wait any
You
longer.
can click on the first
Click the link in the description
or
to
the
get your
pinned link in the
ebook now
comments to
and
get a
start your
100%
journey to a
natural
life
deworming
free from
protocol.
parasitic worries.
Now let's move on to natural remedies to minimize the symptoms and discomfort of hemorrhoids. These teas that can help in the treatment of hemorrhoids include horse chestnut, rosemary, chamomile, and elderberry. They can be used for drinking, making compresses, or sitz baths, as they have anti-inflammatory, vasoconstrictive, and analgesic properties. These teas help reduce the pain, discomfort, itching, and burning caused by hemorrhoids. However, it's important to consume these teas along with a high-fiber diet including fruits, vegetables, and whole grains to improve intestinal transit and reduce pain and discomfort. 1. Horse chestnut tea for drinking. Horse chestnut has anti-inflammatory and vasoconstrictive properties, helping to relieve swelling and pain from hemorrhoids. Ingredients: 30 g horse chestnut leaves, 1 liter of water. Instructions: boil the water, add the leaves, cover, and let it steep for 10 minutes. Strain and drink 1 cup up to 3 times a day. Cautions: do not consume during pregnancy, breastfeeding, or by children. People using anticoagulant medications or with diabetes should consult a doctor before use. 2. Rosemary tea for drinking. Rosemary tea has anti-inflammatory and circulatory properties, aiding in the treatment of hemorrhoids. Ingredients: 5 g fresh rosemary leaves, 200 milliliters of water. Instructions: boil the water, add the rosemary leaves, cover, and let it steep for 5 minutes. Strain and drink up to 3 cups a day. Cautions: not recommended for children under 12, pregnant, or breastfeeding women. Consult a doctor if you have liver disease or are taking certain medications. 3. Elderberry tea, 4 sitz baths. Elderberry tea has anti-inflammatory properties that help alleviate hemorrhoid symptoms. Ingredients: 80 g elderberry leaves, 1 liter of water. Instructions: boil the ingredients for 5 minutes, strain, and use in warm sitz baths twice a day. Cautions: do not use in children, pregnant, or breastfeeding women. Do not ingest orally. These teas can provide relief from hemorrhoid symptoms when used appropriately, alongside dietary adjustments and other preventive measures. 4. Witch hazel tea, 4 sitz baths. Witch hazel tea is anti-inflammatory and astringent, helping to alleviate hemorrhoid symptoms. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons of witch hazel bark, 1 liter of water. Instructions: boil the water with the witch hazel for 10 minutes, strain, and use in warm sitz baths once a day. Cautions: not recommended for pregnant or breastfeeding women or children under 12. Do not consume orally. 5. Chamomile tea, 4 compresses. Chamomile tea has healing and anti-inflammatory properties, aiding in the treatment of hemorrhoids. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon of dried chamomile flowers, 1 cup of water. Instructions: boil the water, add the chamomile flowers, cover, and let it steep for 5 minutes. Strain and use in compresses on the affected area for 15 minutes. Cautions: not recommended for people with allergies to chamomile or similar plants. Topical use is indicated for children over 12 years old. 6. Lipia alba tea, 4 compresses. Lipia alba, known as Brazilian lemon balm, has antioxidant, analgesic, and healing properties, helping to reduce pain and hemorrhoids. Ingredients: 30 to 50 g of dried Lipia alba leaves, 1 liter of water. Instructions: boil the water, add the dried leaves, cover, and let it steep for 5 minutes. Strain and use in compresses on the affected area for 15 minutes. These were the tips to help you treat hemorrhoids efficiently and naturally. Remember that none of these suggestions replace a medical consultation. Take good care of your health and see you next time.